is riveting, but when you wake up, she's always gone, gone, gone. In the night, she hears it call.
Hi everyone, it's me, CurlyDIY, and today I have a very different video for you guys, but I am very excited. And if I sound weird, it's because I just got my braces all done, so please do not mind that. But anyways, on to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my favorite ramen, and before I show you that, I'm going to show you what my family and I got at the Korean supermarket. We went to the HK supermarket, so if you guys are interested in anything you see here, you can go there and get it. It's in Koreatown. So I'll show you very quickly what I got, and yeah. First thing I got was spicy kimchi beef, and I got, what is this? And fried fish. So, got that. I also got, well, my mom also got yellowtail. It's a big package of it. We have salmon eggs here. We have kimbap beef sushi. Very, very good. It's different than regular sushi. We also got milkshake candy, and it's the flavor of melon. My favorite, we got thinly sliced beef brisket, and I like to put this in my ramen, and I also like to put this in for Korean barbecue. It's my favorite kind of meat, so either with rice, my ramen, whatever, my favorite kind of meat. We got pickled ginger, and these are the ones that are sliced up and are really salty, and that's personally my kind of favorite. Ginger. I don't like the white one, I don't like the light pink one, I like this one. This one's really good. Next thing we got was, well, I don't know what this is, but we got this. Huh?
Baby clams.
Baby clams. That's for my mom, obviously. Next we got was spicy squid. Oh, by the way, this is not all for me. Half of it's for my mom, sister, and I. We got some of the occult drinks. One's pineapple, one's strawberry. What's this one? This one's peach. We got my favorite. I'm so scared. Okay, we got a big jar of kimchi, and they have like, dude, this is big. They had jars of like the size bigger than my face. Oh my god. I love kimchi, so you're gonna need this if you want to make ramen. Next thing we got was a hot pepper paste, and you can put this in your rice, in your broth. Especially if you want to make at-home miso soup broth, you can make it spicy by adding this. You can make your rice spicier. Basically, it enhances any kind of flavor into a spicier level. So I'm going to use this for my ramen, and it's going to be really good. Next thing we got is rice seasoning. So it's basically thin seaweed and sesame seeds together, and I love putting this over my rice and my ramen. So I got that. That's one bag. We got a whole bunch of sumai from my sister. I used to like it, but now I don't. But we got crab and shrimp for my sister and my brother. Okay. So for the base of your ramen, you can use any base that you want. Don't use cup of noodles. You can use top ramen, any Asian ramen you like. I am going to be using this Korean kimchi ramen, and it looks like this, and it's really cheap. Comes with like 4 packages, and since I love it so much, I got another one. So we got 8 right here, and yeah, use any base that you want, but since I want my ramen to be spicy and have a kimchi flavor, I got this one. So yeah, and this is everything we got. Did we get anything else? Oh, we also got like fish pancakes, and inside it's filled with red beans. So let me show you the one we didn't eat in. Yeah. So here, it's freshly made, and yeah, super, super good. I showed them kimbap. I was like this again. So here are the things you are going to actually need for your ramen. Okay, for your base of your ramen, you're going to need a noodle package of some sort. Like I said earlier, I'm using the kimchi one. As long as it has noodles and some kind of broth with it, you're good to go. So any kind of ramen of your choice. Next thing you're going to need to put in the ramen is some some chili paste if you want it to be extra spicy. You can also add soybean paste, or this is just optional. You don't really have to add it, but honestly, it makes it much more spicy and really, really good. So this for sure. The next thing you are going to need is some bok choy. I did not get this at the Korean market. I got this at Trader Joe's, but you're gonna need some bok choy for this. It adds a nice green color to it, and it is really, really good. Even when I just have simple ramen, like top ramen, I always add bok choy to it. It's really, really good, and it enhances the flavor a lot. So get yourself some bok choy. Next thing you're going to need are some beef brisket, and I'm gonna cook this in the broth, and my wonderful camera woman Jade is gonna help me film some of these parts, so you can move now. Okay, so you're gonna need some brisket, and since it's very thinly sliced, it's gonna cook in the broth while you're cooking the noodles, so really good. The next thing are like the last 3 items are basically toppings that you're gonna add onto your ramen once it's done being cooked. So I'm gonna have my nori and sesame seeds, a few slices of kimchi, and a little bit of pickled ginger to help the stomach, because all that spiciness is not good for you, sweetie. Okay, so that's all you're gonna need, and let's get to the kitchen. Okay, so for my ramen, I'm gonna be cooking everything in this one little saucepan, and I usually just cook my ramen in this. It's normal saucepan size, I think. I don't know. I'm not a professional here, I just cook. So you're not gonna see my face for this cut at all, but that's okay, because you're focusing on the food. Not my amount of water is the broth that you're going to have. So I don't like too much broth, so I add very little water. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. I think I'm gonna take a little less out. Very little. If I want more broth, I can add more later on. So I think I'm good for now. So I'm gonna turn that on right now, and I'm gonna start cutting my bok choy. That way we'll be ready to put in. Okay, so let me move everything over here. So to make the bok choy, what I do is I get a paper towel, I cut it in, I put it in half, put it right here, have a cutting board and a small kitchen knife as well, a steak knife. So I take off the bok choy, and this is optional, but I like to take big pieces of the bok choy like this and cut it in half. It's really simple, so I'm gonna take a few pieces of it. So that, this, okay, I think that is enough for me. Maybe one more. Okay, so I have 5 big pieces. I'm gonna cut them in half, so I'm gonna rinse them and come right back to you. Now I rinsed my bok choy. I'm gonna cut it in half like this. I'll show you. So I cut down the thing, I just peel it like that, and that's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna do this to the rest of them. This is a great recipe if you want to just basically use all the stuff you have at home and treat yourself and take the time on a meal, because to me, when I cook, I think of it as art, and it just makes me feel even better while I'm eating my meal. So okay, now all my bok choy is cut. So the reason why I have a paper towel here is that way all the excess water from when I rinse the bok choy will not get wet on the counter. And remember, make sure you put everything away after you cook, because that is a part of the cooking process as well. Like I said earlier, please excuse my voice, it's just my braces. So yeah, so I'm just gonna cut through the plastic of my brisket right now, and I'll show you when I put the brisket in and all that stuff. Okay, let me turn the camera here. So it's not bubbly yet, but it is getting there. I should open up a ramen package right now. Here's what it looks like, and inside it comes with more fermented kimchi that I add later on once I'm done cooking the ramen. So yeah. Put this away. Okay, all I'm gonna get back to once the water is done boiling. I forgot to mention this to you, but if you want an extra real good boost of flavor, I recommend purchasing yourself some Maggi seasoning, and it's even better than ramen. You know that this is the real actual seasoning if it's made in France, not China, and it's really, really good. Or if you don't have this, you can just use soy sauce and cut yourself a little slice of lemon, and we add that at the very end of our ramen. So now our water is boiling, so we are just gonna add in our ramen. A little tip is to break the noodles like I just did. That way the noodles won't be as long. That's what I always do. I'm just gonna open the ramen here. If I'm strong enough, oh my. This is blue kimchi. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this up. We're gonna use this later. We're gonna use this right now. Okay. We're just gonna put this in the boiling water. You're gonna hear a nice sizzle. And make sure you get all that powder. Okay, put it to the side. Here's where the paste comes in. I just got a whiff of it. Okay. I think I just peel here. I don't know what I mean. Okay, add very, very, very little of this. A little bit goes a long way. This is all that I'm using. I'm just mixing this in with the sauce, with my broth, like this. Okay, now that the thing is in, give it a few couple stirs so it can combine nicely with the broth. Okay, now we are going to add in our noodles. And see how they're in nice little squares that happen by me cracking it in the package. So just add this to your broth. And you get a really nice smell. Okay, can you open it? I'll be right back. Sorry. Make sure that's cooking. Dump all the excess ramen in there. Okay, fill this. Okay, so now I got myself a fork. I'm just gonna mix this around a little bit. I'm gonna get myself a bowl for the ramen. I'll be right back. Now I have myself a bowl. The ramen is still cooking. Once you get the noodles ready to the kind of softness of the noodle that you like, that's when you add in the bok choy. And later on, at the very last minute, you're gonna add the meat, because the meat is so thin, it's gonna cook at the last minute. So just mix the noodles, combine it with the sauce. Make sure you get all that flavor in there. And just wait for a little bit. I like mine to be cooked a little bit more than this. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. And while I'm waiting, I'm just gonna add in all my bok choy all together. I like to make space for the noodles by pushing it, trying to push it to one side. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just gonna shove it in there like that and put the noodles over it so the bok choy can cook much faster. I'm gonna experiment and add a slice of meat into the broth right now just to see how fast it can cook. So I'm taking my slice of brisket. Ooh, this is so thin. Okay. Thin slice, very, very thin. I'm gonna make space and put this into the broth. When your ramen is ready, it should look like this. I added 2 more slices of meat, so I'm just gonna put that into my bowl right now. Nice. Get all that excess in the pan. Okay, stubborn little noodle. Fine. Okay, now this is the time where we're gonna add all of our toppings. So I have my ginger, my kimchi, and my nori powder, Maggi, fermented kimchi. I'm gonna get some lemon right now from the fridge. So let's get started. And all of this is gonna add extra flavor and enhance the flavor that's already in the ramen. So this, you don't have to do this, you barely taste it, but I love garlic, so I'm gonna add some garlic powder. Very little. Stir that into your ramen. Next thing I'm going to add is my Maggi. Soy sauce will work just as fine. Do a little swizzle of that. Stir that in. Okay. My meat is looking very good. Cooks so fast in the broth. Very good. Now I'm going to add a little lime or lemon for a little sourness. Just very little. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to be adding the fermented kimchi that came with the package. Ooh, this splatters someone. Okay, here we go. Dumped all that in. And remember, if you don't like all the ingredients I'm using, you could just take it out of the recipe. Your ramen will still taste good. Spiciness, then don't add the kimchi. Get a different kind of ramen base, but still use Maggi, lemon, this, and try some pickled ginger on the side and see if you're willing to put it in your ramen. Okay, so I'm just gonna stir everything again, combine everything. Okay, good. Next thing I'm going to add is a very few slices of fresh kimchi. Ooh, this looks good. Make sure you close the cap right away because it will start to stink up the house. That's why all my windows are open. So very few slices. Maybe one more. I like to add it as I go when I eat, so I have very little slice. Maybe one more. Okay, that's enough for me. Okay. Ooh. It's gonna look a little crazy as you're eating it, and it's not gonna look appetizing, but trust me when I say it does taste appetizing. Next, we're gonna add a little pickled ginger. You don't have to, usually people don't eat it in the ramen. I like to. You could eat it on the side or after you're done eating because it's known for helping the stomach. So I'm gonna peel this over. I love pickled ginger so much. I'm gonna go rinse my fork, that way nothing gets contaminated. It's my fork. I'm gonna add a little ginger. Just a little bit. And put this on the side right here. Very, very good. Okay. So I'm gonna fold this, put this in the fridge. And put the kimchi in the fridge as well. Last but not least, we are gonna add our nori. So I'm just gonna peel this open. How do I open this thing? Okay. So be careful, some have little sprinklers, some don't. So I'm just gonna add a little bit here. A little bit, and sprinkle it all over. And this will add a lot of touch. If you don't like spicy food, I still recommend adding this. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna make everything look a little appetizing to you. I'm gonna show you what it looks like, okay? Here's what our ramen looks like. Okay, let me point things out to you. Here we have our kimchi, the fresh one. Here we have fermented kimchi on my fork. Here's our meat, very thinly sliced. Here's our ginger right here. Our bok choi's green. All of these little specks are the sesame seeds and the nori, and ramen's on the bottom. Very good, very, very healthy, all fresh, except for the ramen package, of course. And I hope you guys enjoy the meal. Of course, for you guys, I'm gonna make sure I do a taste test so you know I think it's very good. So I'm gonna get some ramen, spoon it up a little bit. Ooh, okay, let me spoon it up a little bit more. Let me get myself some meat. I'll have that in another bite. Okay, get some bok choy. Get a little kimchi, ginger. Oh, my bok choy fell. Okay, let's try it. So that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoy your very Korean ramen. Make sure, if you guys like this, make sure to tweet me your photos and your recreations of your ramen. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!